Aidan Hutchinson had an incredible 2021 season. The Michigan edge totaled 14 sacks and was everywhere on Michigan's dominant defensive line. Let's take a look at his All-22 and figure out if he's the best player in the 2022 NFL Draft and if he's the ideal fit for the New York Jets if he slips to number 4. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet. We are back and we're looking at Aidan Hutchinson, a guy that may not be there for the Jets when they pick at number 4 overall, but man, he had an incredible season. I want to show you the multitude of ways that he wins and what makes him so impressive. I'll tell you off the bat, my comp for him is Max Crosby. You're going to see a lot of Joey Bosa, and I get that. He wears 97, similar style of game. I don't think he quite has the bend in his hips, but I think Crosby's an awesome comp for him. So let's take a look at the film, and I'm going to show you why. We're going to start here with an outside rush around the corner, showing off his bend against number 69. He's on the right-hand side of your screen. But even with that, there's nuance. There's a pass rush plan. You can see the order of moves that he wants to put together to beat the tackle. Off the snap, I want you to watch how Hutchinson shoots his hands at number 69. What that does, he thinks he's coming with a bull rush. The weight goes back on his heels. Look at his butt sticking out here, the right tackle. He opens up his right hip and that gate around the corner for Aidan Hutchinson. Because of the fake throw of the hands, he then gets the space and is able to bend around the corner. It's not a sack, but it's a pressure in under 3 seconds, and it's a really nice pass move. As I said, nuance. You're going to hear that word a ton in the video. Fake the hand throw, bend around the corner, get to the quarterback 7-8 yards in the backfield. That's a hell of a job. Now from the same game against Nebraska, how do you put that together? Well, this time, again, rushing from the left defensive end spot. It's why he's such a good fit for the Jets. Carl Lawson loves to come off the right. You'd have Hutchinson opposite him. It's a hell of a duo. This time, he does swipe with his hands. Look how early and aggressive he is. The right tackle isn't even thinking about punching here. Hutchinson, though, goes with the two-hand swipe, and look at the combination of moves. He goes with the rip with the right arm, and then he's able to turn around the corner. Now, he gets held here. There's no flag. But look at how he works one move off another. Aggressive swipe, goes underneath. That's where you see the Bosa brothers. It's a really nice pass rush plan, really well implemented. He is a technician with his hand. We're going to watch it again one last time at full speed. Aidan Hutchinson, good get off, snap, rip, and get to the quarterback. He's held, but I love the way he put the fake earlier in the game and the bend around the edge together with the swipe, rip. Really nice combination of moves. Okay, so we've seen Aidan Hutchinson win around the corner. We've seen him implement a swipe into a rip. We've seen the bend, the ability to turn the corner. What happens when he wants to go through the tackle's chest and go speed to power? Let's have a look at him here. Wide 9 position. Again, great fit in the Robert Saleh scheme, what we saw Ulbrich utilize in 2021. Watch his ability to turn speed to power with that runway, to go straight through the chest. But not only that, he gets the displacement 3-4 yards from the line of scrimmage. Watch the secondary move to disengage. Again, the right arm rip right under the armpit and swallow up the quarterback. He does a phenomenal job stacking moves together, having counters, having the ability to get a secondary move in. He isn't just caught in a stalemate. Look at it again. Speed to power, through the chest, displacement, powerful hands, ability to drive the right tackle back, then disengage with the rip and get to the quarterback. He wins in so many ways. Yes, he's a senior. Yes, he's played a lot of college football, but you saw an elite pass rusher, and this is another example of that. Another string to add to his bow. Power, rip, get to the quarterback. You want to talk about counters, you want to talk about my Max Crosby comp. This is about as good as it gets. This time, Aidan Hutchinson's rushing from the other side of the line, but watch this counter. I talked about nuance. Have a look at it here. The inside move, the ability to go for the club swim, where he's clubbing with the left arm, swimming with the right, and then get to the quarterback. He misses the sack. It ends up still in a positive play for Michigan. But what makes this so nuanced and an outstanding pass rush is how well he sells it. So many defensive ends, when they want to go on the inside move, will stick that right outside leg in the ground and they'll just try and jump across their face. He actually sells that he's going. He allows the tackle to open up his hips, and watch how he actually pivots off the inside leg. Little crossover step before you see him implement the club swim and then get to the quarterback. It's just fantastic ability to set up the tackle, to understand how he's trying to attack him. Watch it again at full speed. Poof, man. Aidan Hutchinson, one to the outside, one with power, and then you see him win with the inside counter. It's a special combination of moves. Let's take a look at one or two more examples of his counter. This one I like because it's a quick pass set from the right tackle. Hutchinson reads it. He understands here that he's trying to shoot his right hand. The tackle's left inside hip and hand get left behind. Look how he isn't bringing that left hand off his hip or off his knee. He's not ready to shoot it and stop the inside move. He stabs off the outside foot. Again, you see him with that swim move, this time with the left arm, beats him all ends up and just gets tackled from behind like they're playing rugby. Again, this guy would have had 18, 19 sacks if he wasn't held so many times. Watch the execution, the ability to have a pass rush plan on the fly, recognize it's a quick pass rush set from the tackle, beats him with that outside stab, little swim move, gets to the quarterback again. Against Michigan State, big rivalry, execute in the biggest moments. This time, Hutchinson wins to the inside in a different way. Again, you're going to see him swipe with the hands, does that a hell of a lot, but instead of the swim, comes underneath with the rip. Again, the flag comes out, he gets held. But what I want to show you is that he's a technician, and he will win in so many ways. He's not a one-trick pony. He may not be the most explosive Myles Garrett-style athlete, but he wins so many times on a game-to-game basis. So this is the last pass rushing rep we're going to look at. I thought it was a really fun one, another example of how Aidan Hutchinson wins in different ways. Left defensive end spot, and you're going to see him control the wrists of the right tackle. Look how when he goes to shoot his hands, one at a time, right hand first and left, Hutchinson just controls them. He's able then to throw them away with a swipe, ducks his head and bends around the corner. Look at him absorb the running back and the chip and just get to the quarterback and execute what ends up being a half sack. But I really like the hand usage. Again, this time goes for a little wrist control followed by a swipe. Nice bend around the corner to get to the backfield, not end up behind the quarterback, and then just take on the running back. It's just a well-rounded play, and there's so much effort. You see so many defensive ends who are premier, top-of-the-line players, but they're not high-motor guys like you see in the third and fourth round. They don't need to be a Chase Winovich. This guy has the best of both worlds. 2 running plays to finish. They really just showcase how good he is in space, but that tenacity and that play with your hair on fire mentality that I just mentioned. Lined up on the left-hand side of your screen, watch him with that little inside move we just talked about. He sees the pad level and how that tackle starts to shoot his hands, goes for the swipe, little inside move. But even though he gets stuck on the center here, number 54, he doesn't just give up on the play. He realizes he could go through contact, he could get through the pile, get a first down. Look at the way he just throws himself in the pile, grabs a leg. You don't see many projected top 5 picks have the tenacity and the willingness to get his hands dirty. But not just that, look how quickly and easily he wins off the snap. That is beautiful defensive line play. And now last snap of the video. Aidan Hutchinson. Let's have a look at him one last time. Left to screen. The tackle makes an error here in my estimation. He should really block the closest defender, which is Hutchinson. He lets him go straight, and I mean straight through the B gap. Look at the athleticism, the length, and just the ability to dive and make a play 2 gaps down. Look, he's unblocked, and I understand that, but I just wanted to show you he can make phenomenal athletic plays, showcase his length, the ability to make these splashy plays in the running game. He can set an edge, and there's plenty of examples of that, but I wanted to show you some of the good stuff, some of the exciting stuff, and what he could bring to the Jets' run defense. So guys, that's a wrap on the Aidan Hutchinson tape. A couple of questions we asked at the start of the video. Is he the best player in the draft? Look, I'll be completely honest, I haven't finished watching Thibodeau, the Oregon Edge yet, but right now, Aidan Hutchinson's the best player in the draft for me. That's subject to change. Is he the best fit for the Jets? He would be perfect. Left defensive end, complements the skill set of Carl Lawson, played a lot in a stand-up role. You saw him come out of wide 9 technique. He's just an all-round, well-rounded edge. You never hear teams complain that they have too many elite pass rushers. Aidan Hutchinson is exactly that. He's Max Crosby. He's nearly as good as Joey Bosa as a prospect. I loved his tape. If he does somehow fall, it would be fantastic news for Joe Douglas and the Jets.